Hey guys, it's Beth. Today I'll be using two of these signs from Dollar Tree and some of their foam circles. I took the foam circles and painted them with Plaster chalk paint by Waverly. And I did 2 coats on those, making sure to fill in all those holes in the styrofoam. Once those were dry, I took these signs and tried to remove the little metal plaque from each of them. This one was actually the easier one. The other one was a little tricky, but I just kept working at it until I pulled that off of there and then straightened back out the little stake. And then I took Tuscan red chalk paint by Folkart and painted the stakes on both of those as well as the little stand. And I ended up doing 2 coats on those as well. And then I'm going back to the foam circles. I found the center on each of them. They're about 5 inches wide, so it's 2.5 down to the middle. I then just took my painter's tape for my round guide and went from the center and just made a mark and then made another mark. So I ended up making 4 different sections that I'll be painting on each one. So I just kind of put X's in between the little marks so I know where to put my red paint. Once I had my marks down there, I took this really small paintbrush and used the Tuscan red and just filled in those lines. And this is actually a paintbrush for putting designs on nails. It's just really small, so it works perfect for this. Again, putting the X's so I know where I'm putting my red paint. And then I just take a larger paintbrush and fill in where I had made those marks. Next, I'm taking that small paintbrush again and going down on the edges where the ends of those sections are, just so I can paint the edges and they're lined up with my little swirls on the front. Once I make the marks, I fill it in again with the larger paintbrush. And I'm making sure that I'm drying each of these sections I'm doing before I move on to the next one. And here I'm marking those spots where the paint is on the sides with my pencil, getting the center again, and then making those 4 swirls on the other side, and just doing the same process. And all of these I do 2 coats as well. After I have those done, I take my little stands and I pull out the stakes because they're a little wobbly from me trying to rip off that little plaque. So I just pull them out and put some hot glue on there. I use that paintbrush, which is actually a nail brush, and on the other side of it, it has like a round metal ball. So I just dip that into my plaster chalk paint and make little dots covering the entire stand except for the bottom. I then line up my foam circle, make sure it's centered with that little stand on the bottom, and stick the stake up in there. Pull it back out and then put some hot glue and put it back in. Then I do the same thing with the other one. This one just putting down lower so they're not the same height. And that's it for this project. Thank you guys so much for watching.